Hey guys, what is up? It's AJ from Brock Stable here, and today we got some breaking news. John Klingberg signed for the Ducks for 1 year, $7 million per Kevin Weeks on Twitter. This was shocking. No one expected Klingberg to go to the Ducks, really. It makes sense. They had 28 million, I believe, in cap space, so maybe a little bit less than 28, probably like 26. But they had the cap room to sign him. They get him for 1 year. It's a perfect move. They could literally just flip him at the deadline and get a nice return of a first-round pick plus for him, and both parties win. He gets $7 million. They get assets at the deadline. They're not going to be a good team this year, more likely than not. I hope they are. I like the Ducks, but they're going to trade him at the deadline. They're going to profit off it. It's a win-win for both parties because obviously Klingberg wasn't getting the contract he was expected at the start of free agency, or else he would have signed by now. So getting $7 million is great for him. And being 1 year is great for both sides because they both get what they want in this deal. So, this is going to be a long video. We're going to quickly break it down a little bit. The Ducks now have $18,848,333 left of cap space. That's a big number to say. So, they still have a lot of room to work with. They're not going to go after anyone else. Probably they're not going to go after Kadri. It wouldn't make sense. But they're more likely going to bring in more players like maybe Jason Zucker from the Penguins or Josh Bailey from the Islanders. Guys that have decent contracts around the $5 million mark that they can get a lot of assets for from the team they're trading with. So they'll get Zucker for a pick and a second to first round pick and a prospect, etc. That's what their GM was. Pat Verbeek was saying at one of his conferences at the beginning of the before the draft. That's what they're going to try to do with all their cap space rather than waste it on free agents and, get guys that don't fit into their timeline right now. They're going to look more towards getting picks, players, and prospects to go to the future while bringing in these bigger contracts of guys that teams don't want anymore. Which makes complete sense. It's the smart thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It sucks to be a Ducks fan and have to go through a rebuild and watch guys like Zegras and Drysdale grow up in losing quote-unquote culture. But it's what you have to do. I mean, they're not winning anytime soon. And Drysdale, Zegras, McTavish, they're all young. Yes, you had an outstanding year from Troy Terry. He's your best player. He's very young too. It's fine. It's not like Zegras is in his prime yet. They're not wasting anything too crazy yet. They're going to try to be better for when Zegras is in his prime, which makes sense. Lastly, the Ducks' defensive pairs. I might get this wrong, but Fowler, Drysdale as their first pair makes sense. Having Fowler and Klingberg and the rest being that shaky that was kind of in my opinion. So I think if they put Fowler and Drysdale, that's a perfect link, I would say, because Drysdale gets to learn from Fowler and has him covering him. Urho, Vakanainen, and John Klingberg makes sense as well. You're not going to put Klingberg on the third pair and Vakanainen is the second pair defenseman. That could be a good fit. And then you have Benoit and Shattenkirk as your third pair defense. So that's not a terrible defense core. I mean, Fowler, Drysdale, Klingberg, Shattenkirk are all very good to solid. Vakanainen's not bad, and Benoit I really don't know much about, so I couldn't tell you about. And their extras are White, Josh Mahora, and Olli Juolevi, who they just signed the other day. Juolevi was a 5th overall pick from the Vancouver Canucks, and he's bounced around from team to team now, so not a good pick from Vancouver. But who knows? So that's basically it. There's not too much more to break down. Major signing, though, so good for the Ducks. It's a win-win for both sides, in my opinion. And yeah, let me know, who do you think John Klingberg could go to in the deadline? Because he can go to any team now at a cap hit of $3.5 million with Anaheim retaining 50%. He can go anywhere. That could be a very, very, very nice trade piece at the deadline for the Ducks. And I like the move a lot. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.